Hello again. Now, for today's tip, I wanted to talk about the importance of the little green dot, or it might be a little red dot, or you might not even have a dot at all. But what I'm talking about is your camera, because at the moment we're obviously all presenting online. Most of us are presenting to our laptop. The trick, however, is to know exactly where your camera is and to focus on that. Now, I'm looking at my laptop at the moment, and at the top of my screen is the little green dot, which I know is right next to the camera. So I'm looking at that. The problem, of course, is that most of us prefer to look at the people we're talking to, particularly in meetings. So we have a tendency to look at the screen and immediately our eye line drops and we lose connection with our audience. So it really is important to get into the habit of looking at the camera. And it does take a bit of practice because just our natural inclination is to let the eye line drop down to look at the screen. But just get into the habit of talking to that little, in my case, green dot, maybe a red dot. Some cameras don't have a dot at all, but you just need to get to the habit of looking at the lens. Now, it's also then going to be important that the camera is at the right height. So if your camera is below your eye line, you need to bring it up, whether that means putting some books underneath your laptop, maybe a laptop stand. It needs to be at eye level, so you're looking directly at the camera and thus directly at the person you are talking to. So it's a really small tip, and it's one of those things that a year into us all working online, we really should have got used to, but most of us are still talking to the screen down here rather than talking to the camera. If you're really struggling, a couple of really low-tech ways of going about it. Stick a post-it note on the back of your laptop or behind the camera with a couple of arrows that say, look here. I also know a few people who have found a photo of their favorite celebrity and stuck that behind the laptop, and they talk to whoever they want to talk to. I know one friend talks to David Hasselhoff. I don't know why, but that seems to work for her. So just think about how you can remind yourself to look at the dot, the celebrity, look here, whatever it is you need, so that you're looking at the camera, not at the screen, and thus you will make eye contact with the people you're presenting to. So that's it for this week. See you in a couple of weeks' time for our next top tip.